New at 10, scary moments at a Northwest Side game room after an armed robbery and a gunshot fired inside. Tonight, police say the alleged mastermind wasn't a suspect walking in, but the security guard hired to protect the place. KENS 5's Mike Jimenez has the story.
I spoke with the owner of the Spin to Win game room, who says when he saw the video, he couldn't believe it and felt something about the robbery was off. Surveillance video captured two masked men entering the Spin to Win game room, located on Fredericksburg Road near Callahan. The robbery happened around 6:40 Friday morning.
We had about 4 customers inside, and we had 2 employees. One was the security, one was the cashier, and pretty much they came in and they held the employees at gunpoint.
You can see the men come in and attack the security guard. Police say they took his gun away. The robbers then run towards the back of the game room, pointing the gun at customers and the other employee, demanding money. Police say one of the victims ran to a back restroom and hid, refusing to come out, causing the robber to shoot at the bathroom. But no one was hit.
It was scary, you know, they did fire a gunshot inside.
Police say the suspects were able to find the store's cash register, and while they were busy taking it, employees and customers ran out of the game room.
They got away with about $15,000 in cash.
But they didn't get far. Within about 45 minutes, an East Patrol officer stopped 3 men in a black Dodge Charger, wearing the same clothes the suspects were wearing in the video. Police say they also found guns, backpacks, and the cash register belonging to Spin to Win in the suspect's car.
All cash was recovered, though. We got everything back.
The men were taken into questioning, where police say 2 of the men stated the game room security guard, 32-year-old Riondo Lozelle Murphy, helped them commit the robbery. According to an affidavit, the suspects told police Murphy was talking with them on the phone before the robbery, and Murphy told them when it would be a good time to rob the game room. Police say...
So the security was in on this whole robbery. And typically it's going to be an inside job when something like this occurs. You know, you have to be buzzed into these type of places, you know, press a button and then the doors are opened. And, you know, he knew a perfect time when it would just be him and another employee in there. They was able to get the gun away from him. It seems like as security, you know, if you see someone coming in with guns out, that, you know, you're going to be the first one to act. I mean, I'm sure you're trained on that type of thing. And, you know, for these suspects, of course, they're going to tell and rat you out, because they don't want to take the full brunt of, you know, what's going to, you know, become of the consequences of this whole thing. And, you know, you have very descriptive clothing on. One has a black, you know, black hoodie on with the emblem on the left chest. And then, you know, the other guy has, you know, black shorts on, but he also had a white emblem on the left leg. So, you know, these are things that's going to be easily identifiable when, you know, or if, you know, they catch you, you know, like right after the act. And it was, you know, a couple minutes after this went down that they were caught. So, you know, they gave this guy up very easily, which he should have known that. And they were saying that he was communicating with the 2 individuals the whole time, you know, before they went in and did what they had to do. And of course, he tried to play it off as if he wasn't a part of it. But, you know, people that you work with, man, they'll definitely rat you out or tell on you, cooperate in order to make sure that their end of the whole thing is, you know, a lot less.
Commit the robbery. According to an affidavit, the suspects told police Murphy was talking with them on the phone before the robbery, and Murphy told them when it would be a good time to rob the game room. Police say one of the suspects showed them their call logs linking Murphy to the robbery. Authorities then showed the suspects a photo of Murphy, who were able to identify him as the security guard.
One of our security guards was involved in the robbery. I guess he was the main guy to set it up. So it disappointed me, honestly, in trusting somebody like that.
The store's owner says he wanted to speak out about the robbery to let customers know they apologize for the robbery and to also let them know the game room is safe and secure. Tonight, Murphy and the other 3 suspects are facing multiple charges of armed robbery.
Mikey Menace, Kins 5.
So yeah, it was 3 suspects, including the security guard. Well, just three, 4 together total. Security guard and 3 other suspects, and I don't frequent places like this at all. Because you definitely have to be, aware. In places like this, man, they definitely going to be high targets for robberies and stuff like that. But you know, everything's on camera. You think you're going to get away with stuff. And again, man, people are definitely going to, they gave the call logs, they gave a picture of him, and, they definitely, painted him out to be the mastermind. So he'll more than likely, get the, brunt of everything. With the two other, with others, cooperating, and he was really the one that, put them onto this whole play. So, just trying to highlight, being in certain places and, or getting involved in certain things, man. You may get away with it once, or, you may not get away with it the first time you even try it. So, it's always good to operate in integrity, especially if you're in a position to where you're like securing someone's establishment and it's a lot of money that's going to line. For some people, man, 15K is a whole lot of money. And they even shot at the bathroom when one of the customers went to the bathroom, and she might not have nothing on her, but a couple thousand or a couple $100. Never know. A lot of people are going into these establishments with a little bit of money, hoping to come out with a lot of money. So yeah, you just got to know what you're getting into, and if you're getting into something and it's gonna be on camera, if you don't have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, man, you're gonna go down. It's as simple as that. But let me know what you guys think about this. Would you have ever guessed that the security guard was in on this whole thing, or would the security guard be like the first person that you would look at, like yeah, I think you may be involved in this whole thing. Just let me know in the comments, and if you like my content, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.